Welcome back to Sussex Farms for episode 18 with me, MrSealyp. I know. I said that I would see you. It would either be midsummer or it would be when the hay was ready. The hay's taken its time, and I suddenly thought, because the money was only 269,000, and I'm going to need to lease or buy a windrower. I'm going to need to lease or buy a harvester. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that yet. I'm going to need to lease or buy a loading wagon for collecting straw and hay. I think I'm going to buy that because that's something I'm going to be using a fair bit, I would imagine, for doing animal feed. So I thought, you know what, I thought off screen I'll do a load of contracts. I'll do some transport jobs, I'll do some bits and bobs here and there. So while I was doing it, I thought, well, this is part and parcel of what I'm doing on the map. I'm doing transport jobs. I haven't done any more fuel runs, I haven't done any more water runs, I haven't done any more on the greenhouses. The greenhouse, the small one up by the farm, has run out of stuff, so that's not paying out per hour, none of them are. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's weird, that spawned already knocked over. How am I going to do this? Think. I was going to pick all of them up. Now what do I need to do? Swing that round a little bit. Maybe I can pick it up on its own. Let's see if I can do that on its own. There we go, right. So, with a little bit of brute force and ignorance. There we go. I'm sure that's done the flour. The power of good. And we'll load it up. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a case of... I'm just trying to build the money up. Because I know there's a whole load of things I need to pay out for. And... you know, I would just carry on with the greenhouses and just make a load of money, but again, there's an element to that of I want to do it differently. I did the bit of that on Washoe with fuel runs and stuff like that, so you know, transport jobs is kind of a bit in between, I think, personally. Right then, load it up. Let's go up to the airport. I think this one's going to. Pretty sure it is. Strap onto there, like that. And now I haven't got to worry. I say I haven't got to worry. It shouldn't move. And as if by magic, at the airport we arrive. I'll unload these. We'll get paid. We'll look for another contract. I'll do a couple more. I'm waiting on the hay. What I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to speed time up. There's no other jobs realistically I can do other than more fuel, more water runs, you know, all those types of things, which, like I said, I could keep doing, but I need to get to a point where we're moving forward with the farm. I need to get into harvesting, I need the hay done, and you know, there's a whole lot of stuff I want to get done. Like it or loathe it, this bag lifter, pallet lifter strap thing is just, I love it. I may have mentioned that before. Jobbed, right. Not a bad payout. Let's have a look. Oh, let's do that. Pays out a lot. I'm assuming it's going to be a few more pallets, maybe. Bit weird. We'll see. Don't ask about the mushroom contract. I don't want to talk about it right now. In fact, I'm fuming. So, yeah. Yeah. It's 4:23 in the afternoon. I said I was going to skip forward and I'll probably see you in midsummer, and it suddenly dawned on me that my grass that I cut needs to turn to hay, and what I probably should be doing is windrowing it before it does that. I can let it turn to hay, then windrow it, but I thought I'd do it now to make life a little bit easier. Done a few jobs, you've seen me do a couple of contracts here and there. The thumbnail, be warned people, I know I had a few people message me about this. I know I say that a lot. regarding contracts or transporting contracts on this map, and I haven't had a problem at all. I took on one down at the mushroom farm, went down there, loaded the pallets up onto the back of the low loader, got into the truck, and the truck wouldn't move. Couldn't get it to move at all. It was making the engine sound, just nothing. So I got out of the truck, got into the skid steer loader, that wouldn't move. So I thought, right, so I skipped over to the farm. I couldn't get a single vehicle to move. They would all start, nothing would move. I'm glad I hadn't saved it, so what I then had to do was come out of the save game, come back in again. The mushroom contract had gone, that had disappeared off the menu anyway. I've done a couple more contracts since then, but just as a warning, I'm not a fun guy when this happens. It was not, yeah, it wasn't good. I don't think there's one available now. Just have a look. They're all fertilising jobs now. I think I've done all the transport ones. I've done a few fertilising contracts. There are a couple available which pay out quite well. Field 24 there for 16 grand. Field 2 for 17 grand. So I could pick up a couple more fertilising contracts to make a bit of money, but I thought it's about time I cracked on and got the windrowing done. So I'm going to lease the not the big Swadro, the old Klingon bird of prey, which I quite like. I haven't used the Felidurus for a while, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to lease that. Let's get the Felidurus. I've got it. Yeah, there we go. The 14055 Pro. Actually, price-wise, it's actually, that's only was it a 14 metre? That's a 19 metre, and the Swadro is actually cheaper if you're going to buy it, which is amazing. But I'm going to go with the Durus, and I haven't used it for a while, and I do like it. So let's lease that. Get down and get these windrows sorted, and then it's just a case of waiting for it to turn to hay. Now, knowing my luck, that's going to happen late at night. It's going to be pitch black, and it's going to need doing because I don't want it to, you know, it's going to start rotting away at some point, but I don't want to lose any if I can, if that's at all possible. So potentially, I don't really want to be load. I'm going to get a loading wagon. I'm not going to use the. I know I use the milling machine quite a lot with the trailer. I'm going to do it with the loading wagon this time. We'll lease a loading wagon, do it all properly. Yeah, and sort of see how we get on. I want to use those new bale forks that came out, but I'm not really baling anything at the moment. It's all going to go in the silo. But what I will be doing on my next Let's Play, because Geiselsberg is coming to an end, I've only got one episode left on there. All the contracts I'm doing, not all the contracts, because obviously there were some I didn't do, but all the ones I'm doing will complete in the final episode, and I'll be moving to a new map. And I think whichever map I go on to, I'm going to do a bit of baling. There's a couple of maps I've been holding out for. Whether they're going to come out this week or not, I don't know. Now, potentially, and I'm going to say this now, not a word of warning, it's just to kind of, you know, I'm possibly going to be away at the weekend. I'm going to be offline, off-grid. There won't be any videos posted unless I can back some up and schedule them, which I don't know if I have time. But potentially Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there'll be no videos. If I can get any backed up, there may well be one Friday, but probably not Saturday or Sunday. That's just the way it's going to be. So I just thought I'd let people know now. I know people often comment and say, you know, where are you? Where are your videos? What's going on? Is everything okay? If I go a day without posting a video, people start to panic, so I thought I'd better make everyone aware. Let's do it straight away, you know. So, with that being said, let's start. It doesn't really matter where I start. Yeah, the Swadro in this are my favourite too. The Merge Max is quite cool. It's a bit fiddly to use. Well, it's not overly fiddly, but it's not particularly wide. I just love the way this thing opens up, the design of it. I've said it before, but it's absolutely fantastic. It's like some kind of lizard thing, you know. You know those ones that you get in the desert that hop from foot to foot so they don't get too hot? It looks like that a little bit. So you've got the bird of prey and the desert lizard. I don't know. It's just how my mind works. So, at some point this will turn and it will go a much lighter, paler colour, more like straw. But it did need to be done, so we'll crack on. And then I don't know if... Oh, I might pick up a couple of fertilising contracts, maybe. If I do, there'll be the screenshots of me completing. And then I will probably, like I say, I will see you either... We'll be collecting up the hay, because it'll turn to hay in a loading wagon, and I'll go through that. If not, if it hasn't turned yet, I'll see you, and it'll be midsummer. That's the plan. Okay, so we are nearly done windrowing all of our grass. Just a case of waiting now for it to turn to hay. That at least is the plan. I know, it's a bit unorthodox. I just kind of went round and round, making nice patterns in the ground. Okie dokie. Right, so well, hopefully this time I'll see you when we've got some hay. It's very odd. I've got bits here, look, that have turned to hay, and the rest hasn't. I hope that's not a bad sign. I haven't had some kind of weird hay glitch. Time will tell. Well, it's midsummer. It's just after lunchtime. I have gone round, fed the animals, cleaned them out, but they're probably going to need cleaning out again soon anyway. The weeds are driving me mad, as you might expect. It doesn't seem to matter. I'd seeded, sprayed, I waited till the first growth stage. I thought I'll spray again just to make absolutely certain, and I'm still getting patches of weeds coming through. Field 6, my grass field, field 5. On field 5 and field 3 I went over with the Scaraflex, did a bit of flexing. On field 13, that's on its first growth stage, I went over that with the Scaraflex as well. So they're on full fertilising states. We're good on that, and obviously field 3 is showing as ploughing, but yeah, that's on the third, or yeah, fertilising state 2. So weeds, let's deal with these again. I'm gonna keep going forward until we get this hay ready for collection. Crops still aren't ready to be harvested. I'm thinking that's going to be late summer now. And some of the fields I bought, they were winter crops as well. I thought the point of the winter crops was they went through and you harvest them kind of late spring, so you could put something else in and do a double cropping thing. But maybe not. That might not be the case. So where can I definitely see them? I'll patch here. Deal with those. Check our map. I think we've got that. It's a very weird situation where I've got little patches that look like hay, but not the rest. So a little few peripheral bits have turned, but not all of it. I don't understand it. Right, there we go. I think we're coming up in the weeds now. Yep. Turn brown. There we go. That's the bit of weeding done that I needed to do. I'll keep plodding away. So, yeah, I would imagine it's going to take a little bit longer. The problem I've got is, if I open up my menu, look at the weather for today, it's going to get up to a high of 23. Temperature will then start to drop again about 6 PM, but tomorrow, or tonight at midnight, it's going to start raining. This hay has got to turn. Can't be doing with that. I don't want any rain. Where's the sunshine? It's supposed to be summer, but looking quite scarily. Bearing in mind I'm doing 3-day seasons. If we go across, Monday will be late summer, Tuesday early autumn, Wednesday mid-autumn, Thursday late autumn, and that says snow and rain. My corn crop could end up in real trouble. Any of them could, in all honesty. What I might do as well, the cows and the pigs are producing a fair bit of manure. What I can do at some point, I think once I've got a full load, which won't be too much longer. Actually, let's check the animals. We are looking at cow enclosure are up to 59,357 litres of manure produced so far, which is pretty impressive stuff. The pigs are at 4,460, so we're looking at about 63,000 litres-ish. When I get to 79,000 litres, I'm going to take a full load down to the biogas plant, and we'll sell the manure at the biogas plant. Might as well make a little bit of income off that. We'd be mad not to. So, okay, I will see you again in a little while. It's that kind of hurry up and wait, isn't it? There are more transporting jobs and stuff to do, but I'm just desperate to get the hay done before it rains. Okay, this is not cool. This is not cool at all. I still don't have hay. It's 3:33 in the morning. Top of the screen is saying it's going to rain. We're late summer. If I look at the weather forecast, it's not showing rain. Precipitation, 0% it says there. 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, midday, 3 PM, 6 PM, today, 9 PM, nothing. Yeah, it's saying up there, rain. What is going on? My crops still aren't ready to harvest. Yes, they are. Ah, that's just happened. Right, so I can do 11, 8, 7 and 38. We can get on with harvesting, although my hay... nothing. You know what? I don't care that it's 3:34 in the morning. I'm going to crack on with this. We need to sort out a harvester. I'm going to start doing the harvest in the dark. I need to get on with this. And I need to get hay in before it rains. Right. What am I going to do about a harvester? I said I'm probably going to lease. I could probably buy a fort strip. It's a bit small. But then I suppose I need to start small, don't I? And gradually build up. Think. Okay, I've gone for a case 8240 with, I think they're 1200s, are they? Big old tyres on the front. I've gone for the big Draper header because if it is going to rain, I need to get this harvesting done before it starts to pour with rain. I apologise about the darkness. but it does need to get sorted. I am going to be dropping straw swath because we need straw, which does mean I'm also then going to need to get the loading wagon. I can at least start getting the straw off the fields, put that into storage, and then hopefully the hay will follow. If we have a complete bust on the hay, if it all goes to pieces, then you know what, we'll just have to buy it. There's not a lot I can do. So I thought this would have an auger light, but it doesn't. Not to worry. Trying to hit any trees. That would be unfortunate. That was terribly lined up. It's a bit better. Alright, can't even see the ends of the... Got a little light on there. Let's fold the header up. That's done. Right, let's turn it towards... Let's turn it towards the crop, if I can find it without hitting the tree. This is ridiculous. There we go, now I can see a bit better. Where's the end of the header? About there, is that about right? I think I've missed a load. Yep. Right, let's try that. We're not going to be able to see behind us in the dark anyway, so what I'll do when we make the turn at the end, on the way back we should be able to see. I think we're leaving a straw swath. If we're not, I'm wasting it. I think I had it enabled. Have I still missed that edge? I just can't tell. So we've got two barley fields. This one in field 7. Field 8 is canola. Field 35? Field 38, oh, I said 35, is also barley. No, that's wheat. Blimey. And then our field 6 that we put in ourselves is wheat also. So 2 barley, 2 wheat. Some of that will be pig food. I'm pretty sure I can see a swath just over to the left. Depends what you're watching this on. If you're watching on a phone, it might be a little bit trickier. But I can just about see. There we go. Now the header's down. Yep, we are leaving a swath. Fantastic. So I suppose what I can do, what I could do, if I hire a worker or leave the worker hired, I'll go off and I might as well start collecting. How have I got withered patches on a field that's only just ready to harvest? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh well, not a lot I can do about it, unless that's weeds that grew up earlier. I'm not sure, but yeah. So let's get a loading wagon. If I get onto the old the store on the website, we want a loading wagon. I think we're going to buy one because we're going to use it a fair bit. But what am I going to go with? 150 grand, 165 grand. Wow. 56,000, 56,500, 53,000 litres, 42,000 litres for 124 grand. For 100 grand we can do 35,000 litres. Yeah, let's go with a Rapide 580V, I think. The shooter markup. Trelleborgs, Michelin's, we'll go Trelleborgs. And let's pull the trigger on that, let's buy it. Did I seriously just do that? I think I did. Right, let's go and get the class. Whiz up there, grab that. I can start collecting the straw off of here. Then we'll move the harvester. That rain thing up there is really... I'm not sure why that's there. That's really bugging me. Not to worry. Not to worry. I know I say that a lot, not to worry. And then in my voice I sound worried. It's life, isn't it? Okay, it's all good fun, isn't it? Right. Okay, let's do this. I just thought, if it is going to rain, I did think about seeing if we could get a Fortrit or something a bit smaller so we could buy a harvester outright and it's ours. And I thought, if for some reason the weather forecast is wrong and it does rain, as it's saying at the top, I need to harvest as quickly as I can. That 8240 with that big head, it's taking that big header no problem whatsoever. And it's getting on with it, so it sort of becomes that it's a bit of an anticlimax. Building up to when can we harvest, and then when we're ready to harvest, it's pitch black. Typically. Right, is it going to let me collect this? Or is it going to say I don't own the land? Of course I don't know access. That's so helpful. That was my fault for backing up. Oh, come on. Oh, well. Obviously the harvest is going to fill up. This is where you need 3 tractors because I've got the smaller tractor, but I don't think that's going to have enough oomph to pull a bigger trailer. I could bring the lorry over, I suppose, couldn't I? For our barley. I'm going to be storing the barley and the wheat for the time being because we can use it for pig food. If we get a good price for it, I might sell some of it, but we'll see how we go with that as well. We should catch up with the harvester unless the harvester fills up, but it's that same old thing, isn't it, that always happens. You're scratching around trying to find things to do, then all of a sudden everything happens at the same time. You know what'll happen, we'll finish this and the hay will be ready as well. I hope so. Then it's silage. We need to wait for the next cut for grass, and then we need to make silage, and then we'll be alright for total mixed ration. I need to be making total mixed ration hopefully before winter hits. That's the plan. That's what I want to try and do anyway. This will be used for a mixture of total mixed ration and bedding. And if I've got enough of it stored up, then what we can do is a next planting, seeding, we'll do soybean, we'll do maybe some sunflowers, but I needed these crop types early on. How we're doing, filling up. And then of course then there's all the fertilising, cultivating, ploughing for the fields that need ploughing. That's got a big full grain tank. Oh, I need to be an octopus. Not enough hands. So I was thinking, you know what, I'll just skip forward till it gets light, and then we'll be able to see a bit easier. But what if it rains? And then I won't be able to harvest in the rain. Oh, then I've got to wait for the crops to dry out. You know what I might do? I might just test it. If I save the game now, if I can get forward till it gets a little bit lighter and it doesn't rain, brilliant. If it does, I can always come back to that save game and it's not too much of a problem, is it? That's what I'm going with. Literally minutes later, 4:24 in the morning. Oh man! You know when they say, and I know it says on the website, you know, the forecasts aren't always 100% accurate. The further out you go time-wise, the more unreliable they are. Look, it's raining. You see that in the air? Precipitation. Now look at this. Precipitation in millimetres, so chance of rain for today, 0. 0 millimetres, 0% precipitation, nothing on there for rain, and it's bucketing down. Now my harvest has stopped. Now my hay's going to be a mess. This farming lark, oh, I'll tell you. Trials and tribulations. Oh, let's don't get the rest of the straw up anyway. The harvester will just have to sit for a minute. I can't do anything about that now. Oh man, if this rains for ages, it's going to take so long for the crops to dry out again. What's the point of relying on the weather forecast if it's just absolute cobblers? Oh well, what are you going to do? Right, and grab some of the straw that was on the ground, or most of it, right up to behind the harvester. I've grabbed the small Bednar trailer because I won't even have a full load. Well, I have got a full load, 14,000. This holds 21. We'll take the grain out of the harvester, close the harvester up, and we'll take this, put it into storage and get the grain dryers on. I know it doesn't actually make any difference, but you know what, we'll get them on anyway. Probably got weeds growing in this field which weren't there 20 minutes ago. Where have they gone? They're about somewhere. There's a patch of weeds somewhere just there to annoy me. So let's get under here. There you go, right in front of me, look. Oh, too far. There we go. Right, we are filling up. We are getting barley in. Not what I was expecting. Once that's done, let's close this up. Drop the reel down, start the engine. Back it up a bit. And let's close it up. Pipe in. Great. Lights off. Lights off. Oh, so frustrating. Well, I don't know what's happening now with the hay. That's going to knock that right back because that's going to have to dry out again if I don't lose tons, because now it's raining, that's going to start rotting even faster on the ground. As I was taking back the last load of straw that I had off the floor, I was losing a litre of straw every few seconds because of the rain. Not good. Okay, let's tip that. Let's get the grain dryers back on. Okay, well, I think we'll have to leave it there. We'll have to continue with the harvest in the next episode. Hopefully, yeah, don't know. We'll see what happens with the hay. We'll get a bit of daylight when the rain stops, and we'll carry on with the harvest. That's really frustrating. But anyway, we have come to the end of this episode. A bit of an anticlimax, but never mind. It is what it is. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, thanks for watching.